Chapter 114, Taking the Initiative. Some people steal their sister's boyfriend and still have the nerve to spend their sister's money. Diana Morgan shot Ava a cold glance, the corner of her lips curving into a mocking arc. Are you jealous? Want to spend it but can't? Ava looked at Diana with a smile. Now that Grace was in charge of most of Hart Group's affairs, the card she swiped could naturally be said to be spending Grace's money. She had nothing to do with Hart Group's shares. What was wrong with spending a little money? Not only would she spend it, she wouldn't show any mercy at all. You follow your sister around all day, standing up for her at every turn. Doesn't she take the initiative to spend money on you to show her gratitude? Ava feigned confusion. Diana was so angry she nearly lost it. Grace pulled her back, shaking her head. Don't think you can drive a wedge between me and Grace by saying things like that. We're not like you and these two next to you. Fake sisterhood. Autumn burst out laughing. Who are you calling fake sisters? Lena chimed in. Exactly. Only people whose own lives suck think everyone else's feelings are fake. The two went back and forth, leaving Diana speechless. Grace wasn't the type to argue with people, leaving only Diana fuming. Diana, why isn't your good friend helping you out? Ava laughed coquettishly with a reproachful look. Oh, so this is what Diana calls friendship. She covered her mouth, looking very surprised. Ava, you don't need to sow discord here. Grace looked at Ava with displeasure. She was a bit angry. She believed she hadn't done anything to wrong Ava. But since Ava returned to the country, she'd repeatedly targeted her, knowing how important Adrian was to her, yet seducing him time and again. Grace, why would you say that? I'm just concerned about Diana, worried she'll get so angry she'll have a heart attack. I'm just showing concern. Please don't misunderstand me. Ava's pure, beautiful face was full of innocence and hurt. Autumn and Lena naturally couldn't stand it. As the older sister, I really don't understand why you're so petty with Ava. She's 5 years younger than you. Can't you be more tolerant of her? Thank goodness my sister isn't like you, or I'd be miserable. Autumn, Lena, don't say anymore. Grace doesn't like me. She's always blamed my mom for stealing Dad away. Grace was infuriated by Ava's words. When had she ever blamed Monica for stealing Dad? Her relationship with Monica was even closer than her relationship with Philip. Ava's mouth was too good at twisting right and wrong. Where's Mom? Send me the address. I want to see her. Grace didn't want to argue about these things with Ava. She just wanted to find Monica. Mom hadn't been home lately. The house was cold and empty. It didn't feel like a home at all. Mom probably doesn't want to see you right now. Ava curved her lips, speaking sweetly. I think I should remind you, although you and I are blood relatives, you and Mom aren't related by blood. After Mom and Dad divorce, she won't be your mother anymore. If you want to see your mother, you can visit the cemetery more often. She is my mother. Grace frowned, emphasizing. Ava shrugged indifferently. Then it depends on whether she wants to be your mother. Ava called over the store clerk holding the clothes and entered the fitting room. Ever since Monica learned about the fire incident, her guilt had been overwhelming. She'd been trying to repair her mother-daughter relationship with Ava, even though Monica knew this matter couldn't be blamed on Grace. After all, Grace had only been 10 years old at the time. It was Monica who chose to take the traumatized Grace out of the fire first. But human nature was like that. Monica subconsciously couldn't help but resent Grace. If Monica hadn't chosen to take Grace out first, she wouldn't have had to have her uterus removed, unable to be a mother for the rest of her life. This was Monica's biggest psychological knot. Ava hung up the phone and returned to the dining table once more. She looked at Samuel across from her, smiling. Would Mr. Reed consider sponsoring our dance company? She placed her hands together on the edge of the table, staring intently at Samuel. Is Miss Hart switching careers to become an agent? Samuel leaned back slightly. He didn't quite understand what Ava was up to. The dance company Ava was with never lacked sponsors, because Ava herself was a well-known name. Yet now she was actively soliciting sponsorship. This seemed strange, no matter how you looked at it. Getting some early practice. Maybe I'll really switch careers to become an agent in the future. Ava smiled lightly. If Samuel weren't so difficult to deal with, why would she use such a clumsy excuse? Trying to win over a man who liked men really wasn't easy. Sometimes she wondered if she should just be straightforward, but who was she? She was Ava Hart. She'd never actively pursued anyone. She'd never taken the initiative to confess her feelings. She would only take the initiative to flirt a little, then see if the other party caught on. She had no interest in men who didn't get it. Samuel's lips curved in a shallow arc. "I can consider it." Ava took out her phone and waved it at Samuel. "Then could Mr. Reed leave his contact information? If you're interested, you can contact me anytime." Samuel didn't refuse. His gaze rested in the distance as he opened his phone and added Ava's contact information. "I have a meeting later. Miss Hart, take your time. I've already paid the bill." With that, Samuel picked up his jacket and stood up. Ava smiled with crescent eyes as she said goodbye to Samuel. After he left, she happily cut a piece of steak and put it in her mouth, her eyes and brows tinged with pleasure. "Since when are you so close with Mr. Reed?" A familiar, low male voice sounded overhead. "Cough, cough, cough." The steak Ava had just swallowed nearly got coughed back up. She reached for water, but the glass had already been picked up by Adrian and handed to her. Ava gulped down a big mouthful before her coughing slowly stopped. "Adrian." When she looked up at Adrian, a faint hint of guilt flashed through her eyes. After all, just minutes ago she'd told Adrian on the phone that she had to go back to the dance company today and did not have time to eat with him. "Since when does Mr. Reed go to your dance company too?" Adrian pressed one hand on the edge of the table, leaning down close to Ava, so close that when he spoke, his warm breath sprayed on Ava's nose. Ava suppressed her guilt and smiled. "Linda had something come up today. She had an appointment with Mr. Reed to discuss sponsorship, so I came to meet him on her behalf." "Is that so?" Adrian laughed mockingly, looking at Ava with an ambiguous meaning. Ava's expression didn't change as she said yes. "Have you been avoiding me lately?" Ava's heart clenched. He noticed that too. Adrian and Grace had already broken off their engagement. Of course, she didn't want to be more entangled with Adrian. "No, I've just had a lot going on at the dance company lately." Ava denied it without batting an eye. "Adrian, I'm done eating. I need to go back. I won't eat with you." Ava spoke while picking up her bag from the side. She backed away, carefully standing up. Just as she stood up and was about to walk out, a large hand covered her waist. It pulled her over. Her lips hit Adrian's shoulder, and the pain made her see stars. Damn Adrian, was he made of iron?